Man, what's going on, you man? Let's get into this video, man. Y'all read the title, man. Y'all obviously clicked on it. Give me a like and subscribe if you messing with the channel. But give me a like for the sport. It don't cost a dime. It don't cost nothing. Just tap the little thumbs up and it's sprinkling fireworks up. But let's see what's going on with Polo.
Polo G just dropped his first album in over 3 years, and it feels like nobody cares.
He been gone for really 3 years? Dang. It ain't even feel like 3 years.
At the age of just 24, Polo G made history, becoming the first rapper to have all his albums certified double platinum. However, despite Die a Legend, The GOAT, and Hall of Fame each racking up billions of streams and debuting inside the top 6, Polo G's new album, though, Hood Poet, has taken a nosedive, receiving the exact opposite response. And as it appears, his record streak will come to an end. Thanks to a totally fumbled rollout that we're about to see, Hood Poet was a commercial flop, only selling 24,000 first week and peaking at number 28, which, compared to his previous album that debuted at number 1 and sold over 140K this month.
This is what I want to know. When they say sold, who literally buys music anymore? Like, selling? Like, who really be buying music? I pay for Apple Music. I can listen to all y'all shit. So y'all getting paid from streams from me, but I don't know.
A mind-blowing 83% decrease in sales.
Dang.
So how did Polo G go from one of the hottest rappers to now getting outsold by Ice Spice?
Oh,
well,
Lord.
The truth is much deeper than you think.
Oh, Lord.
It's honestly crazy that Polo G is yet to even chart a single song anywhere in the Billboard Top 100 here in 2024.
But listen to this. Take this. Just saying. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let it ride. This man owns a nice mansion and a 12 garage car. Yo, this man got a nice fleet on his cars. Yo, got a nice car garage. So, he ain't really too pumped about the rap money. Obviously, he was out for 3 years on it. He's worrying about something else.
An artist who is not only dominating the top of these charts, but also every popular rap playlist just 3 short years ago, Polo G's time has passed in the eyes of many mainstream fans.
We're talking about Polo G in 2024. Boy, slow down dropping all that BS music.
In order to succeed as a rapper and maintain your relevance, you have to really have tough skin and take criticism, as well as also be consistent. 2 areas that Polo G has struggled with. I ain't gonna lie, that album was hot garbage. Throw the whole album away, reads this DM from a random hater. I'll have Phonum put your skinny cinnamon stick off the Apple Jacks box just for $1 a day looking at in a blender. Get your fragile app on. Polo typed back.
I was real sensitive behind like anything somebody would say, because like I know how hard I'm working, and it don't take much. It take a few seconds for them to judge you or leave a comment on some shit that you probably took hours to create, took a year to create. You could take a year to create an album, and somebody could try to discredit that in less than 5 minutes. So it's definitely frustrating.
But in addition to your classic Piano G jokes and comments under every one of his posts, to which Polo sent back this simple response to one of them, being consistent has been another major struggle for Polo G lately, as fans watched more than 3 years pass by between Hall of Fame in 2021 and then the release of his new album Hood Poet in August.
3 years you ain't dropped?
Yeah. Time fly too though. You don't even notice it. You just like, damn, why you put out no music this damn long?
Literally, a lot of people still have no idea this album even dropped, because in today's music streaming era, that's an eternity between projects, especially if the album turns out to be mid. However, the truth is though, the decision to delay Hood Poet and wait so long despite announcing multiple release dates was actually out of Polo G's control for the most part. As from label issues to legal conflicts to more legal conflicts such as his brother being charged with murder, and then his own mother firing a gun at his sister in this viral leaked Ring camera video.
Oh!
After you see everything that's gone down behind the music, it's definitely easier to understand these 2 tweets. This rap got so lame and watered down, it ain't no fun in it no more. Posted Polo, followed by this one a minute later. Honestly, after my Hood Poet album, I'm considering retiring from music. I appreciate everybody writing for me tenfold. Now, rappers claiming to retire is a story as old as time, but in order to fully understand what led to Polo G tweeting this, considering at the time he was one of the hottest artists out, it's important to first look at the context of how we got here. In the history of hip-hop, no one has ever accomplished what Polo G did to begin his career. Starting with the first of his record-breaking 3 double platinum projects, led by the singles Through the Storm and Finer Things, came Polo G's debut album Die a Legend in 2019, a very highly praised introduction. However, it was a different song a few months earlier though that not only exploded Polo G into the mainstream, but also led to his first record deal with Columbia Records.
I ain't think of it like that. I had songs in the chamber, I'm like, this is gonna be my Billboard hit, and it ended up being that song. I knew the song was gonna go crazy though off the hook. I didn't know it was gonna do as much numbers as it ended up doing.
I just dropped the song out of the blue, like my label was calling, like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, you can't just drop shit on your own. I dropped it on YouTube.
With over 360 million views to be more specific, and quickly approaching diamond certification, Polo G and Lil TJ's Pop Out was one of the biggest hits of 2019. Then, to keep his momentum rolling, despite the COVID pandemic the following year putting an abrupt stop to many artists' plans, that was far from the case for Polo G as he continued his dominance, getting named a 2020 XXL freshman, and also releasing his fire second album, The GOAT, in May. In addition to landing more massive features on hits like Juice WRLD's Hate the Other Side, The Code, and Three-Headed Goat with Lil Baby and Lil Durk, if Polo G hadn't already solidified himself a star, then the following year, 2021, left no doubt. Combined with another Lil TJ collab, Headshot, and a viral TikTok hit, Better Days, June of 2021 saw Polo G release his third album, Hall of Fame, going on to debut at number 1. Marking a first of Polo's young career.
I'll definitely feel a big difference. The excitement just different, the fan base different, the support is different.
At a total of 20 songs, plus another 14 more added on the deluxe, not only did Hall of Fame land Polo G his first #1 album, but also his first #1 single. Still, the biggest hit he's ever released. After this snippet here with Einar Banks and his ukulele went viral, then came Rap Star, and its Tupac-inspired music video.
The day I got up with Einar, you feel me, I felt like the hook was hard, so I'm like, let's just do this, and he just got to freestyle with the ukulele, and I got to spin that shit. After that, I just did it just to put it out, just for extra little content. Everybody asking me for that all the time.
Along with cameos from Einar Banks and DDG in the music video, there's also an appearance here from Trench Baby. Now, Trench Baby is Polo G's biological brother, and remember that name because as we'll see in a second, Polo's brother has actually played a major role in Hood Poet's disappointing flop. But as it stands though, Rap Star was just certified 7 times platinum and helped carry Hall of Fame to over 140,000 in first week sales, the highest streaming numbers of Polo G's career. Also completing the historically impressive feat of having his first 3 albums all be certified double platinum or higher and each have over 2 billion streams. While on one hand this left no doubt that Polo G was a star, on the other hand though, this has only made his sudden decline even more unexpected.
Took a 3-year break after being scorching hot. I'm coming off my last album. I was like one of the hottest rappers in the world. And I took this 3-year break, not purposely, like I went through a lot of shit.
Polo G himself has publicly stated that he let his fans down. But again, it's just so crazy that his 4th album released and it feels like nobody cares. However, there are a few key reasons to blame for this, with the most important one stemming back to 2022. Music-wise, I was supposed to be turned this year, especially this summer. I feel like I let my fans down being inconsistent. This should be so weak, Polo tweeted after it was clear there would be no album. 2022 would mark the start of Polo G's issues, as obviously something was forcing him to apologize for no music. So what exactly went down? On June 3rd, 2022, Polo released his new Southside-produced single, Distraction, along with a Kai Cenat-assisted music video. However, while Distraction was labeled as, quote, the first single from his forthcoming summer 2022 album, planning to continue his highly successful strategy of dropping a new album every year. But, as we now know though, Distraction would indeed appear on Polo's 4th album, Hood Poet, only 2 years later when it finally released. I was supposed to be dropping my album on 8/12/22 for Bro and M's birthday, revealed Polo G on his story, which August 12th would have been the first Friday after his late friend King Von's birthday. But since it didn't go as planned, I'ma still drop some for y'all that day, not a single though. Being the first delay, initially fans had patience, although they weren't aware what was about to happen next. The rest of 2022 passed by, with obviously no album or further reasoning from Polo G and his team. But it's widely rumored that Hood Poet's first delay was due to label issues with Columbia Records, something Polo has expressed frustration about in the past.
Like the label feel like they know from analytical shit, they know what's going on, but it's like you got a gut feeling. They don't got that same gut feeling because they ain't you. You know you gonna know your shit best.
I promise you, for all the people who truly with me and been rocking with me, I'ma make this shit up to y'all, I promise, Polo tweeted. Despite not dropping his highly anticipated album, Polo G did continue releasing one-off singles, such as Bag Talk and My All with a Lyrical Lemonade music video. However, none of these singles were really sticking with fans.
Dang.
And after being left in the dark about his album, there was hope 2023 would be a different story.
So pretty much he was just, dang, you see what's crazy about that? He showing money and all that. They probably getting a little, but it wasn't sticking with a lot of people. Man, wait, that was supposed to be, I heard people say that, labels be actually holding them back. Like, they can't be as consistent as they was when they wasn't with a label. Because, like, the label tell you when they want to drop. They let you know if, all right, we want to drop right here. And you just got to be like, all right, because they in full control. But anyway, that's why YoungBoy, he sing, you know, I don't know. He don't seem like he in a label the way he drop. That nigga drop every month if you let him. But, dang, it was just hot here. Well, he was just doing all this chain and all of that other stuff. And it wasn't sticking.
While there, it looked like it might. Determined to make it up to his fans, Polo G officially announced Hood Poet for a second time in August of 2023.
There is no life experience without confusion and heartbreak. My path and my destiny is what made me concrete. He overcame obstacles during pain or emotional trauma. Hood Poet.
Polo G Hood Poet September 15th reads the trailer's caption by Columbia Records, also posting a since-deleted 24-hour livestream on his YouTube channel as promotion, showing Polo painting warehouse walls surrounded by literal goats, plus posters teasing his album popping up around LA. It really looked like Hood Poet's release date was for real this time. And alongside the album's announcement, he also released the second single titled Barely Holding On.
I'd rather you hate me while I'm here than love me when I'm dead. They sent that text that's when
I'd rather you, boy, hey, boy, you saying something now, nigga. Hold up.
As her classic Polo G track singing and rapping about fighting through the pain, Barely Holding On reignited a lot of fans' hype for Polo's fourth album, especially after these tweets came only 3 days after announcing it. Aside from this tweet about rap being watered down and not fun anymore, came his headlining post about calling it quits. Honestly, after my Hood Poet album, I'm considering retiring from music. Continuing on with a third tweet, I made more than enough money, trust me. Hashtag Piano G, I made 30 million plus off that instrumental. As I mentioned earlier, Polo G has been fighting the I made 30 million plus. I made more than enough money, trust me. Hashtag Piano G, I made 30 million plus off that instrumental. As I mentioned earlier, Polo G has been fighting these Piano G jokes his entire career, but while he's typically pretty chill about them, even playing into it titling a song that on Hall of Fame. However though, this was far from the first time that we've seen Polo G resort to his money when clapping back at haters, such as also like when he got arrested in 2021, pulling this same argument in his viral body cam footage.
Yo! Yo! Damn! What the Yo!
Stop.
You broke as hell. I definitely.
Oh, here we go about the broke and about the money. Oh my god.
I'm just saying, you got $10,000 in your bank account right now. I'm just saying, bro, because if you die right now, what could you give your kid? If you die right now, what could you give the lady that you in bed with? Did you buy your mama a house? I did that. I did both of those.
Was it good for you, bro? I'm glad you did that.
Ever in life.
I would love to do that one day.
You would love to do it, but you never will.
And what is that supposed to make me feel like? A less of a man than you are?
Yes, that's supposed to make you feel like less of a man.
I make an honest
What
living.
have you invested in, broski? You don't have shit. You broke, broski. I'm telling you what's real.
Whenever a celebrity flexes their money down on someone, and in this case a cop, that's always a terrible look in the eyes of the public. But although both of his charges here were later dropped, Polo G wasn't as fortunate after getting arrested again in 2023, which ultimately led to this post, less than a week before Hood Poet's scheduled release of September 15th. Wanted to tap back in and let y'all know I'ma be postponing my album drop till further notice, said Polo. Just getting back on track from a minor setback. I'll be updating y'all and dropping new music soon. I know y'all been waiting. Watching Hood Poet get delayed for a second time with no release date in sight, rightfully so, fans were
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though? Keith used to do that. He was doing that, like when he was slowing down and then he was having trouble with his labels and stuff. Keith was doing this, kept postponing and stuff, but
after 2 years of waiting, you do us like this, reads one comment from a former fan. Nah, I'm done. Already losing momentum and then basically taking 3 years off, this would prove to be a very costly mistake for Polo G's career, as he's never seen that same success since. But while Polo never specifically stated his reason for postponing any further than getting on track from a minor setback, that quote, minor setback legit turned out to be deadly. Just 8 days after announcing Hood Poet in 2023, Polo G was arrested during a police raid of his $5 million home in Los Angeles. According to LAPD, after police arrived with a search warrant at the address owned by Polo G, 4 suspects were taken into custody in relation to a robbery, which, as you can see from these photos, not only was Polo G seen leaving in handcuffs, but so was his younger brother, Trench Baby.
Look. He's saying, oh, you sound like Polo. Ooh, okay, boom. But you reacted to all my music, bumping your head to my shit. So you a fan. So you like my shit. You like when I sound like Polo, don't you? You like that shit. You bump your head to it, fucking goofy.
Now, if you've never heard of Trench Baby before, he also makes rap music too, including this song featuring his brother Polo and fellow Chicago rapper G Herbo. But let's just say, to put it simply, Trench Baby does not have a good reputation due to reasons outside of music.
The entire industry has been hearing about this kid for the last year and nothing good. Polo G's brother done robbed at least like 10 niggas in the industry using his name. I'm telling you this as a fact. Setting people up, yo, you want to link with Polo, niggas show up, Polo ain't there, he's there pulling out guns.
That was just my surroundings, you know, that's all I'm around. Like, how am I going to do something different when it's all I'm around, you know? Yeah.
Polo G's younger brother, Trench Baby, has been accused of allegedly scamming and robbing multiple photographers, videographers, producers, and even content creators in the industry, including Annoying TV, who, as Vlad tells it, thought he was linking up for a collab with Polo, but quickly found out that wouldn't be happening.
Trench Baby, who once again is Polo G's little brother, told him to meet him at the studio, that Polo G was gonna, give him an interview or do something on his stream or whatever. When he showed up, Trench Baby pulled out 2 guns with extended magazines, took all his money, and then had him PayPal $50,000 to his account.
That's crazy.
As the story goes,
money, and then had him PayPal $50,000 to his account.
That's crazy.
As the story goes, Trench Baby not only robbed Annoying TV, but then made him wire over $50K while right at gunpoint in front of him. So clearly we can see Polo G's brother had been wild in there for a bit. But everything finally caught up to him in 2023. The incident surrounded someone staying in Polo's home, and not Polo directly, said Polo.
bro, what the world? What the world? Bro, what the world?
G's lawyer in a statement to XXL about their arrest, also hinting that Trench Baby was the one police were looking for and staying with Polo in LA. The officers detained Polo to verify that he is not a convicted felon, as they assert a firearm was found in the home. As TMZ shows us, a firearm or 7. These were the crazy amount of weapons that were seized from Polo G's mansion during the police raid in August of 23. But looking back, while this did result in both a gun possession charge for Polo and a robbery charge for his brother, little did they know that things were about to take an even darker turn. Why did you delay the album, gang? Asked one fan on Twitter in September. I was going through some shit, gang. We still pushin' though, you know that. Without ever stating it, Polo G and his brother's arrest indirectly led to Hood Poet getting delayed for a second time, as they were forced to sort through all this legal conflict. However, though, the situation got much worse. Only 2 months later, then came this jaw-dropping headline. Polo G's brother Trench Baby charged with murder.
Polo G's brother, Trench Baby, is the epitome of blowing the bag. Blowing an opportunity that's right in front of your face. If you guys don't know, he basically got picked up and he's now charged with murder.
Watching and dealing with your brother getting charged for a drive-by shooting is going to impact anyone, regardless of how famous or rich you are. So, it's safe to say 2023 was yet another year that did not go how Polo G planned. Unfortunately, though, while he had hoped this would be the last of his family drama making headlines for all the wrong reasons, 2024 was somehow arguably worse. But prior to, as we're about to see, his mother almost blowing his sister's head off. As 2024 began, though, Polo G could feel his hype slipping as fans kept waiting month after month with no album. Thus, in an effort to regain some trust, Polo said this to TMZ back in January.
My New Year's resolution is to put out more music.
Okay. When do we think an album's coming out next year?
Probably like, I got it slated right now, it say August on there, so that's the date I'm gonna stick with.
Okay.
I don't want to keep on making promises to my fans.
We have a title?
Hood Poet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
Stating again that he doesn't want to keep leading fans on and breaking promises, as the year got underway, Polo G was locked in and ready for a successful comeback. However, only 3 months later, his family was making more jaw-dropping headlines. Polo G's mother, Stacia Mack, admits to firing at her daughter, Leilani Capelloc, after video circulates of the incident earlier this year.
Get the fuck my shit. You tough. 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 You tough, man. You tough.
Bro, she was really shooting at her daughter.
According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Polo G's mom, Stacia, who at one point in his career actually worked as her son's manager,
and then it became a point where the wolves are at the door. Well, I'm like, well, I have to step inside of the manager role.
claims that her daughter and Polo G's older sister, Leilani, entered her home intoxicated without her knowledge and began attacking her in her bedroom, before running around the house and destroying property, with Stacia even posting these pictures as proof of the aftermath, along with multiple stories back and forth between the two, reading, "Y'all want to know how she got the video? I sent it to her dad," said Stacia, because she lied to him and said I shot at her 16 times. Now, on to what y'all really want to know. You damn right I blew that mother. I never said I didn't. She's manipulated and calculated. There were 3 warning shots to get an unstable person from my home, where my baby and grandbaby were afraid and upset while she was having a full-on manic episode. Baby, I'm a damn good shot. I wanted her off the property, not hurt. But then Leilani explained her side of the incident. I walk through the door on Easter, and my mom immediately starts talking about my appearance, how she hates my hair. She did this in front of everybody. I told her it hurt my feelings that she did that, and confronted her about it, and she started attacking me. I've never seen a woman want to be a 45-year-old gang thug so bad, Leilani continued. I've never seen someone so jealous of their own flesh. I simply defended myself.
It's funny because in this type of situation, man, you got the world just picturing y'all any type of way. So y'all just... 2 women at that? 2 women at that? Man, they going blow for blow. Oh, you this, you that, you this, you that. So it's going to be like...
Luckily for me, whoever you trusted with that Ring camera video leaked it to expose your true character.
Man, that's
now, throughout all of this public family turmoil, Polo G remained quiet. However, there is no doubt this was impacting him behind the scenes. Answer the phone. I'm calling you now, says Polo in these texts posted on his mom's story. I hate you. I'm done with you for the rest of my life, and know that. Okay, LMAO, Stacy types back after their call. You stupid. And I'ma post you too, say it again. None I ain't heard before, says Polo. I'm glad you backed your old ways. The Stacia I really know. Stop hiding it cause I got money now. But it didn't stop there. After his mother even went as far as to file a restraining order against her daughter and then leak her records on Instagram, Polo G would finally speak out about all of this recent family drama.
And it's like, I don't want to see no shit like that, you know? So I'm always try to get in between it before it go too far. We family. I mean, I feel like cause who I am, it's just being broadcasted more. And like,
Polo is definitely correct here when saying his celebrity status leads to his personal problems broadcasting significantly more. But attempting to put all this behind him though and get back to music, Polo G and his team then decided to release one of his fans' most anticipated unreleased tracks. First previewed on his Instagram story prior to The GOAT's release, fans instantly fell in love with this short snippet, dubbed Angels in the Sky.
Devil breathing down my neck, but I got angels in the sky. I can't reveal the way I really feel.
A real classic snippet. I had been finished this song, Polo posted in regards to his old track, which had become a viral snippet. But it wasn't till recently, y'all been asking for it more in the comments, that it came back to my attention how good of a song this is. So, in an effort to regain his diminishing momentum, Angels in the Sky officially dropped in May of 2024 as another single for Hood Poet. Thinking there was no way fans could not like the song since they literally loved the snippet, it turns out a lot of them still weren't pleased. For everybody complaining about the mix of the song, we couldn't get it turned in on time, so the rough draft that wasn't mixed or mastered came out first. In the meantime, please quit bitching and just enjoy the song. In addition to complaining about the mixing, fans were also upset that their favorite part they'd been begging for from the snippet, the part that says the song's title, Angels in the Sky,
Chains that I can buy, devil breathing down my neck, but I got angels in the sky.
ended up being just a quick line in the verse rather than the hook itself. Thought the leaked part was going to be the chorus, reads this comment with over 5,000 likes. What was marketed as this triumphant moment in return turned into yet another blown opportunity, with disappointment over these subtle changes to fans' favorite snippet.
In today's age of hip hop, it's more so like the fans looking for something to complain about, to me, personally.
Now, I agree with Polo in saying that today fans love to complain and overanalyze the tiniest things to hate on artists and music. However, I will also agree that the original mixing of Angels in the Sky, though, was bad. Being such a long-awaited fan-favorite grail, as one comment puts it, if you drop your most wanted song of the last 4 years, you better not miss, especially for a 3-year album. Fans watched as yet another new Polo G single missed, at least with the majority of his mainstream audience, with jokes flying about, quote, listening to Polo G in the big 2024. Polo G was fumbling anticipation for Hood Poet more and more by the day. And while on one hand it's understandable to take a break, given he was just forced to watch his family life unravel in front of the eyes of millions, on the other hand, Columbia Records realized time was running crucially low, and eventually decided to give his album rollout another try. However, at this point, was it too late? Well, what happened next was honestly unheard of. Despite never thinking we'd see the day, Polo G's fourth studio album Hood Poet finally released on August 9th, 2024. Not only 2 years after it was first announced, but over 3 years since Polo's last album, Hall of Fame. Again, an extremely long time to wait as a rapper. At a total of 18 tracks, and your typical features from the likes of Future, Offset, Lil Durk, and G Herbo to name a few, don't feel like you're alone if you had no idea this album even dropped. With the help of basically zero promotion from his label, which is a shame, Hood Poet would go on to sell only 24,000 in first week units and peak at number 28 on the Billboard charts. An almost unprecedented drop-off from 2021's Hall of Fame.
It's nothing really groundbreaking, to be quite honest with you, but I feel like we've already experienced this Polo before. We've already experienced this style. We kind of already got peak Polo years ago. So it's like, how much more Polo can we get that we haven't already heard?
Most fans will agree that after waiting so long, Hood Poet was a pretty basic listen with no big standouts, and the numbers clearly reflect this. Like when you're selling less than artists such as Ice Spice and Sexy Red, you know something's gone wrong. After his numbers were made official, Polo G fans were forced to create this viral fan agenda to deal with the corresponding hate. Rule number 2, don't enter any type of discussion that has to do with sales. If you do, just say that the sales numbers prove that he is the most underrated rapper. Rule number 5, Hood Poet is a good album. Even if you don't believe it, say it, because Hood Poet will have the whole lot of red effect if we praise it. With very little promotion, no successful lead singles, multiple delays over 3 years, and Polo claiming he's retiring to top it off, the truth is that this album was destined to fail on the charts. However, as we just saw though, and as Polo himself states, his 3-year hiatus and fumbled rollout was by no means on purpose.
And that's the whole point of the rap thing. Like, you know what you're going to get out of this rap, and you know what you're going to get out of that rap. It's just that he wasn't consistent. You're going to say something, yeah, we pretty much got the peak of it. No, it's just that he wasn't consistent enough. Like, if he was just consistent and kept it moving, he would be
You
out
can
there.
tell he's really been going through it.
I feel like I done took a 3-year break after being scorching hot. Coming off my last album, I was like one of the hottest rappers in the world.
Yeah.
You could say. And I took...
But I'm gonna be done with this video, man. But yeah, man. You can tell he was going through it. In my opinion, too, it looked like DDG was going through a little something. It looked like he was going through a little something. Because that time, when people be in these type of positions like this, they don't be looking like they be smiling videos for real like that. Like, they be just... Yeah. But consistency is definitely shown. You gotta be consistent, y'all. You gotta be consistent. And he had family troubles and label troubles that was just holding him back. Just messing him up a little bit. And you know what's funny? A Boogie was saying that too. Like, it's hard to be like consistent on new music because you try to do this, you try to do that, and you try to move around. How am I supposed to sit down and make new music, especially when I sit and write? But other than that, hey man, y'all enjoy y'all day.